Good afternoon, it is Friday the 9th of May. It's just coming up to 1 o'clock-ish nearly. So yeah, I've been out this morning, had two collections from around Southport, taking them to Manchester Airport, and then I've just, instead of charging up there, I made it back to this charger, which is a little bit closer to mine. I think I had about 5 miles of range left. I like to push it to the edge. So yeah, I've just jumped on charge. It's only a 50 kilowatt, but there isn't any faster ones around here. So I'm just going to charge up here. I'm not entirely sure how long it's going to be, another half an hour or so at least. And then I'll be doing a little bit of Ubering, I think. Just cancel that. Yeah, I'll be doing some Ubering. Yeah, that's about it. I haven't got any other private jobs today. I've got one tomorrow, one on Sunday. So yeah, that's about it. So I'll do another update in a couple of hours, because I'm not sure what time I'm going to start. And then yeah, I'll see what's happening. I've loaded the app up. Looks completely dead everywhere, which is what I expected, to be honest. So yeah, I'll see what happens in a bit. So good afternoon. It's just coming up to 4:30. So yeah, I charged up before, came home for an hour, and I've had a couple of little bits and bobs that I've had to crack on with. So yeah, I'm only just basically starting a bit of an Uber shift now. I'll see what's happening. Obviously it's heated up a little bit. Might be a little bit busy. Absolutely no idea. Sort of Fridays have been crap recently, if you've been watching the channel. So yeah, I'll give it a couple of hours. If anything's happening, I'm happy to stay out. If it's dead, I'll just be coming out. So I'll update you. So it's about 7:20, just shy of 3 hours. I'm starting to get bored, so I thought I'd do a little bit of an update. So it's been busy-ish. I logged on. My first job was an Ormskirk to Southport. Again, I had to run a couple of miles to it because I live out in the middle of nowhere. But it was £17.33, 23-minute job, and it was going 8 miles. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I picked the guy up and he said that somebody else had cancelled on him from a previous one. It's kicking off here. Guys just come out to the car wash, one of the manual ones that you do yourself, and there's a car queuing to go into it, and some other guys just gone tear arse in and join straight into it. Don't know, you could not see it. Anyway, so we've done that, and then I was in Southport. Then I got a little XL, Southport to Southport, £7.31, 11-minute job going 2.2 miles. Then had that wasn't until 1:30, so I must have waited about 20 minutes for that job. So I think that was the first hour. So that first hour would have been about £24, something like that. It looks like I've waited about just shy of 20 minutes. I then got a job which was Southport back to Ormskirk, £12.15. It was a 23-minute job going 8 miles. And then as I dropped them off, oh sorry, no, they were still in, and then I picked up an XL job which was Skelmersdale, which is between Southport and Ormskirk, going back to Southport. So we'll drop them guys off, turn around, went back for this XL one. That was including a £2 tip, £21.16, 18-minute job going 8.6 miles. That was at Hurlston Golf Club. Group of 6 fellas, they'd had like a bit of a charity match or something. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. A couple of golf clubs in the boot. Dropped them off. Time of that, so that was about 20, so that was about, would have been about 6:10. I then didn't get a job for almost half an hour. The jobs that were coming up were ridiculous. One was like, it was like £4.80, and they wanted me to go like 5 miles for like a 3-mile job. It's like 50p a mile. and then another one come up, it was like £4.80. It was like a 2 mile to go and pick them up. It was going 2 miles, and it was a multi-stop. Thinking, no, I'm alright, thanks. But somebody's snapping these up. So I've just parked up here now. Oh, sorry, after that I done another job because I had to wait like half an hour. That was £8.90. 6-minute job going 2.7 miles. So been kind of like cherry picking to a degree, because I'm refusing to do these little £4 jobs, you know, on a Friday night. I don't mind it as much if I'm right on the job, like the next to me, or it's the dead hours of a weekday. So like it's either do it or do nothing basically. But yeah, I'm not doing it on a Friday night. No chance. I'll leave that for there's plenty of donkeys knocking about. So yeah, I've done that job, dropped her off, and then it would have been about 1:45. I've drove round here and I've been sat here now. This is the petrol station, basically like on the main run into Southport, and I've been here for probably 25 minutes. In that time, probably about 5 or 6 jobs have come through, all nothing more than a £5, and they're all taking like at least 15 minutes to do, at least. I just couldn't be bothered doing it. I just look at it and I think like I'm not running from one side of Southport to the other for a £5. I haven't got it in me. Then I noticed like a new little notification come up, because I was swiping in between the apps because I was messing around on Instagram and it comes up and it was saying like, if we don't notice any sort of activity or something from you, you will be logged off. Not like if you don't take any jobs, if we don't notice any activity. I thought, like, you sound like my wife. So it's almost like little idle threats. If you basically say, if you don't take these little shitty jobs that we offer you, then you're going to get logged off. So, well, log me off then. I'm not bothered, to be honest. But yeah, as you know, probably the last couple of, well, at least 2 months now, the Fridays have always been crap. They get to 8 o'clock and it just completely dies. That seems to be happening earlier and earlier. I thought it would be busier because the weather's really nice. But yeah, I'm not running around for like £4 or £5 on a Friday night, which is like less than £1 a mile, doing multi drops. It's not for me. So yeah, what am I on? I'm on 66.85. I've done less than 3 hours, so it's like what, £22 an hour. Not too bad. Done 5 trips. Yeah, that's about it really. So I'll log back on. If it carries on being poo and just little rubbish jobs are coming through, yeah, I'll just be going home. I'd rather go home and eat and watch telly than do that. I don't mind that if it's, you know, if it's ticking over non-stop, or, you know, jobs are coming up for like 7, 8, 9, you know, kind of pound. But once you start getting into like 3, 4 quid, it's like, nah. So at most I'm going to give it until 8 o'clock. I say at most, that's really pushing it. If I haven't had any half decent jobs by then, I'll be finishing at 8 and going home. Yeah, it'll be busier tomorrow. Saturdays have always been busy, but the past couple of Saturdays for me. I've got a private job going to the Co-op Arena again. Time's he won't picking up. He wants picking up at 4:30 tomorrow, and then that's going to be till midnight, bringing them back. So basically, I'll come out. I'll do a bit of an Uber shift for like 4 hours or so. Then I'll go and pick this guy up, take him up to Manchester. He'll be getting dropped off for about 6, and then I'll head back kind of to familiar ground, do another 3-4 hours on Uber, charge back up, and then go and pick them up and then bring them back. And by the time I get back to Southport, it's probably going to be between 1 and 1:30. So then I'll just take it from there. I'll leave the app on, see if anything's happening, but it's quite dead around then. Might get a couple of students if I head back towards Ormskirk. Oh, XL job here. Yeah, it's going from Formby to Manchester Airport. yeah, I think I'll take it. Going to Formby, so it's about 6 miles away. Paying £90. So it's not horrendous, it's not too bad. But I think I'd rather do that. That's if he doesn't cancel in a minute, because a lot of the time they cancel because you're not like 10 seconds away. Yeah, I'd rather do that and finish and go home rather than potter about looking at these little £4 or £5 jobs. So yeah, I'll go and crack on with that, and I'll update you in a bit. So it's just coming up to, it's about 9:15. So I picked the passengers up from Formby. That was at 7:25. As I set off to pick them up, the guy did message, in all fairness, and he said, well, you know, hi Paul, it's there's 2 adults, a toddler, baby seat, 2 suitcases, and like a pram or something. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. So he obviously knew. That's the reason he's booked an XL, to get all them extra bits in. You'll get a lot of people that'll just book an X. They'll rock up and then they expect an X to be big enough to fit, you know, 2 full-size suitcases and a pram and everything in the boot. And if it doesn't, obviously you just wasted your time. So obviously he's booked an XL, and I said, yeah, have you sorted something for the way back? And he was like, oh no, I'm not too sure. So he might be using myself to come back, because he was yeah, he doesn't want to arrive back at the airport early hours in the morning, and he's got, you know, he's with his missus and the little one, who was like, wasn't even 2, and he's having to book an XL and all the rest of it. So he was kind of laughing, because he said like his wife has done everything, she's booked everything, packed everything, he's just got in from work, and then he's gone, oh, transport, oh, best jump on Uber. So that was his input for the trip, going over to Italy or something. So yeah, I dropped them off. It was pretty much bang on an hour. Bit of faffing about. I was taking them to the Crown Plaza at the airport, and then I've pulled in, I've seen a big sign saying Crown Plaza. The sat nav is saying turn left. So we turned left, we went in, went through the barrier, drove up to the front door, and I said, that doesn't say Crown Plaza, it was it Carlton or something? I was like, bloody hell. So then I done a U-turn and went out, and they've got 2 entrances right next to each other. The left one is for Carlton, and the one on the right was for the Crown Plaza. So then I went into the Crown Plaza one, and obviously dropped them off, and then I was thinking, what about charges and stuff like that? But I've had a little look, I think you get 15 minutes at each one. That's more for, it allows people who are checking in to drop the bags off, check in, and then move the car to another car park if they're not using the one at the hotel, because they might have long stay parking, like at the airport or something. So yeah, I've had a look. It says that you get 15 minutes for free, so hopefully like £100 fine doesn't turn up off both hotels, because I've drove in both of them. So yeah, that job I got £90 and 7 pence. It was just shy of an hour, and it was 47 miles. So the way I looked at it was, I thought, I don't think that's going to be a million miles off what I would have charged. So like I don't do airport runs for Uber, because they take too much commission. Like I said, I've done one in the past. I got paid like £50 or £55, and the customer paid just over 100. But when it popped up and it was 90, I thought that's quite high for an Uber airport run. So I checked on the Uber app, and it said from his address to where he was going, it was £115. And then I checked on what I would charge, and it'd be £120 for that run. So I thought, I know I've been paid 90 quid, but it wasn't horrendous. You know, it wasn't 50% like it was in the past. So yeah, so that's the only reason I took it. If it would have been less, I wouldn't have bothered taking it. But yeah, like I said, it wasn't too bad of a paying job, commission wise, because I think Uber's taking about £25 of that job by the looks of it. And then, like I said, I personally would have done that trip through my own operator's license for 120. So granted, I've technically done the job 25% cheaper, but But yeah, you know, it is what it is. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't too bad. So yeah, I dropped them off and then drove round here, which was like a 10-minute drive. I was watching the miles on the way. So when I set off, the way I do it is if I'm on the motorway, say there's 50 miles left on the sat nav, I like to have 100 miles of range. So I like to have like a 2-to-1 ratio, just so I'm not like panicking. It's different if it's just me on my own. I don't care if I look like an idiot if it runs out. It's never done it yet, and I've had electric cars for 3 years now. But I wouldn't want to do it when I've got customers in the car and, you know, a toddler and everything. You'd look like a right idiot. So yeah, it kind of kept that 2-for-1 ratio all the way. And just as I dropped them off, the little light come on. Sorry, the light come on just before I dropped them off, and then as I pulled off from there, it basically disappeared. So I probably had about, I reckon I could have squeezed like another 8 or 9 miles out of it. But the range disappears once you get below, like, I think it's 10 or 12 miles. It's whatever type of mood the car's in at the time. So yeah, I've just thrown it on charge here. It's back up to 26% already. I've got 30 miles of range. But yeah, I'm just going to put enough in basically, which is going to get me home. I'm not going to sit here for an hour to get a full charge, because I can charge up at home for. I know this is technically free because I've still got me Uber credits. But yeah, I'd rather save time and get home because I can fill up at home. A full tank is going to be £3, so it doesn't really bother me. So yeah, I'm just going to wait a little bit. So yeah, I've finished on. Started at 4:30, and I dropped them off at 8:30, and then I've drove round here. So I've classed this as coming offline because technically it's not Uber's fault that I'm charging up. So I can't say, oh, I need to charge up and then I need to get home, because that's not Uber's fault, isn't it? I'm trying to tell people this is what you would earn on Uber. So technically I've done 4 hours, 4:30, and then I clocked off at 8:30. So like I said, I've dropped them off and I've just drove around the corner to the charger. And I finished on 156.92, which gives me £39.42 an hour, which is good. Now if I wouldn't have done that airport run, it was about 7:30. So at that point I'd done 3 hours. I remember saying like, oh, I might go on because this is crap. So if we just take that, what was it, 156 minus the 90, and then divide that by those 3 hours I would have done, I would have finished on £22 an hour. So yeah, obviously that job has made it worthwhile at the end. It's obviously pushed the hourly rating up, and to be honest, I don't think I would have done 156 tonight because, like I said, all the last Fridays have been crap. So last Friday I done 114. Friday before that, 101. Friday before that, 129. Friday before that, £59. Friday before that, £1.29, 129. So yeah, it just goes to show really. Just seeing what this was then, just something's popped up today. Is that going to be from this morning? It's a bit late coming through. So I've got the obviously my card set up with an account, Manchester, new for when you're doing your drop-offs, so you don't get a fixed penalty notice. So it just automatically takes the charge straight out of your account. But it's only just popped up now, and I've done that airport run at, what time was it, like 11 o'clock this morning. I thought it was from when I've just been dropping them off then, but it's just come up now, £5 from this morning. But I don't know why it's taking 12 hours almost for that to process. So yeah, that's about it. Not too bad. Like I said, I'm going to be out tomorrow, bit of a longer shift. I'm going to be doing Uber, private job, Uber, private job, and then possibly a little bit of Uber left. So yeah, I'll finish it now because, like I said, I'm just getting a little bit of a charge, and then excuse me, and then I'm just going straight home. So that's it. I'll catch you on tomorrow's video. Oh, one last thing. I took a screenshot before. I got a message this morning from Uber, the support thing. It said, we're reaching out to you because a rider contacted us about a small carpet left in your vehicle. A small carpet. this trip was taken on the 6th of April. So someone's lost some carpet, and then they thought, I know where it'll be. It might be in that Uber that I took over a month ago. like I've been driving around for a month with like a roll of carpet in the boot or something. So I just messaged the Uber back and said, no, there isn't any carpet in me car, thanks. And they were like, okay, thanks for confirming that with us. It's just, what is going on? And by the looks of it, it's saying that the job was at 12 at night as well. Who's walking around with a roll of carpet at 12 at night? You know, unless you've got a corpse in it or something. So yeah, that made me chuckle this morning anyway. So I'll finish on that, and I'll catch you tomorrow.